Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of our all-new Dungeons & Dragons podcast, the Triple D's podcast, Dungeons, Dice Rolls, and Dumbasses. We're starting a new campaign going through a magical storybook. The campaign setting will be Fairytales of the Forgotten Realms. And to start off with, before setting us up into the world, I want to introduce our players and their characters. Oh wait, I forgot someone. The first character, the Dungeon Master. Me, Tyler. All right, there's the first boo-boo to start off with. Next, we have John. And John, who are you playing today?
I'll be playing Vosh, Moonblade, a Rune Knight Kobold. Kind of a sapphire kobold with a little hints of green in his coloring.
Yep.
With a broken horn on his right side.
I like that.
And then we have Brandon, who is playing
Zoldan Enelium, a Tempest cleric fallen Asamar who has his soul ripped by a gosh dang archdevil.
Actually, and that would be a good point to mention. In this story, all of our characters have lost something that they seek to find in this magical storybook. Looping back to Vosh. Vosh is a kobold who was the inheritor to a relic from an ancient dragon, but has had this stolen from him and seeks to reclaim his inheritance. And then we have Will.
Zoldan was once part of a religion that was a good faith one, until a devil tricked, manipulated, and pulled puppet strings, because devils, what do you expect from them? Screwed him over and the other believers, and he lost his soul because of that. And in the process, he became a fallen Asamar, and he vowed vengeance against the devils and Mistopheles specifically.
Yep.
So now he has now become a Tempest cleric, with his god being now Hoar, or Hor, if you say it.
Yep.
It's hard to say that. And in order to defeat the devil, hopefully, and to hopefully reclaim his soul one day.
Yep. So then we have Allison, who's playing, and she has lost her family name, being tricked by an archfey. But she is otherwise known as Gem.
Yeah, she's got to call something because she can't really remember her name, and she's like, what's my name? What is it? Is it this? No, is it that? No. So she's got to call herself something, so she just called herself her favorite thing, and that is gems.
And what class is Gem?
She is a rogue who likes to steal gems, her favorite thing in the world.
And what does she look like?
Well, she is a fairy, a rogue fairy. She has pink skin, purple hair, and like teal, kind of like cyan teal color eyes. And her wings are like purple to pink with a little bit of cream in there. Wears a white outfit with purple leggings and brown boots.
Very descriptive. Better than we'll get.
It's like she has it all figured out.
No.
So some people are still working on getting the polished details for the characters ready more than others. So next round table we have Keagan. And Keagan is playing...
I'm playing Hanu Papala'au, which is a turtle warlock. And, I don't know, he looks... I'm just imagining Crush from Finding Nemo in a humanoid form. You know,
Surf's up, dude.
Surf's up, kind of. Maybe not flippers, but more, hands and all that kind of stuff.
Like turtle hands.
Yeah,
dude.
turtle hands, dude.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would like to know your location.
And my character lost his family and is going through this tome to try to change the strings of fate in order to possibly bring them back.
Then, finally, we have Mark, who is
Playing Jester Raisin, 7'2", Furbolg, shadow magic sorcerer. He was kidnapped by a cult of 7 half-gnomes, who each stole a part of his face. His eyes, ears, mouth, hair. So, currently he wears a wooden mask and a moss toupee.
Really?
and so, with that good description, I can set you guys off with where your adventure will be starting. Diving right in. Where most great adventures start, we begin in a tavern, where you have all met to meet a powerful figure who you've heard rumors has a storybook containing powerful or greatly influential events throughout time. And that you've heard that by going through these, you all may be able to recover the things that you've lost, or do things like change your fate. So, as you all enter, who do you think would be the first to come in?
Not me, I'd be the slowest.
Should we all roll for that?
Yeah, let's do an
I'm a
initiative roll.
I'm a
We'll
turtle.
start off with some initiative rolls. See who's the fastest to
A
arrive.
flat D20 or just a
D20 plus initiative.
Borrow your
A 3.
D20.
Very fitting.
6.
Turtle with a 3. Furball with a 6.
9
8.
plus 3,
Oh,
so
8 on the kobold.
Please
12.
don't let me be first. Thank you.
A 4.
Here's
And you
12.
and you got 12. So the first in, flitting into the doors of what is a very old, very rustic, you might say homely tavern. Cobwebs on the walls, fairly clean bar top and tables. You would see just an older hobgoblin man working behind the bar, decent lighting. The only other person in the room, really, is a strange figure in a dark cloak, sitting alone at one of the round tables in a corner of the room. What do you do?
Here.
You.
Okay. Hey, I guess Jen will probably just be like chilling on the bar, mind her own business for
So
right
you go
now.
up to the bar first.
Yeah, because she wants some ale.
So you go to the bar, man, and you just order a pint of ale.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a meeting with that man over there? He mentioned some people would be coming.
Yeah, but I want to get some ale first before that happens. So
You want a full-size one, or...
here, yeah, I should be fine, right? You know I'm so tiny.
Yeah, I mean,
Or actually, I don't know what size will be appropriate for a fairy. I literally have no idea.
well, it'll be 2 silver for the pint of ale then.
Here, okay. And she just pulls out like 2 silver.
So, as you start paying the man, he begins pouring up a fairly large-sized glass for your small frame and going to hand it back to you. Another figure walks in. Very colorful kobold.
Dang, son. Oh, man, my eyes.
When you walk in, you see a similar scene. This, pretty empty, rustic tavern. Now seeing 2 figures in here. A very colorful fairy woman at the bar, chugging down an oversized glass.
Go.
And you see a shadowy figure in robes sitting alone at a large round table.
I would probably go and, introduce myself to the shadowy figure.
I've been expecting you. You are the one I sent word to, the inheritor, are you not?
Yes.
Excellent. Please take a seat. When everyone gets here, we have much to discuss.
Yes, thank you.
So you sit down. You see comes in, Jim. You see a kobold. He just rushes up and sits down at the table. A very small stature creature, similar to you.
Here. Oh, good. Finally, somebody came over. I don't have to be the first one kind over. Okay then. And so she just like flutters on over. Thank you for the ale, and just flies on over to the table.
My pleasure. So you see, Fairy goes to join you at the table, and another figure walks through the door. Next up would be
Zoldan.
Zoldan. So very vibrant colored, silver skinned with kind of gold outlines around his face.
Mm-hmm.
Man walks in the room. You see the same scene, but now more people at this round table, along with this cloaked figure.
I guess he comes in just walking, just looking around, making sure there are no devils.
I'm just twitching. Over there.
Well, one man,
nervous and twitching.
the older barman, really nothing of suspicion, but you're not sure what could be behind this strange black cloak.
He
The
walks.
other's very colorful. One of them does have a horn.
He walks.
Aaron.
He walks
Oh,
up,
shit.
just like he sits down without saying anything. Just like puts a book. Like actually, he would probably have a book. He would just put his book down like.
Oh, and then Joe will be like, just.
And he just
Up and
sits
down.
down, like puts his hands like. I guess you were expecting me.
Yes, a bold entrance. Seems we have the soulless and the nameless who have arrived.
I don't trust you, but I'm willing to listen to what you have to say.
Well, I've been scrying on you, so I know your intentions are pure. I know what you wish to do is a righteous cause. As this carries on, the next to enter would be...
Jester enters. I go up to the bar and I order 2 drinks.
You all see a large man enters. And you have that naturey appearance to you, right? The
Yes.
oaken skin, probably a bit of like an odor of nature about you too, right?
Almost looks like I'm wearing a trench coat, but maybe it's just something that's still caught on my shoulders.
So like a heavy layer of moss on you.
Yeah.
You see a strange man walks in.
I smell dirt all of a sudden.
What can I get you?
Like 2 ales, please.
That'll be 4 silver.
4 silver. Okay, here you go. And then I'll walk over to the table and see Zoldan's put a book down on the table, put a drink in front of him. It's like, I assume you're the man.
There may be some confusion. That's a holy man's book.
Oh, well,
The
Could have
other
this drink.
book I'll wait until you're all here to pull out. And I think I see our last guest now, as a turtle walks into a bar.
I think I would just take my time straight up to the group and sit down at the only available seat
Yep.
Yeah,
and plop down and
and just
not
like,
say a word.
Yeah, just like put your here comes.
And the haunted one. So, you've all arrived. The faceless, the nameless, the soulless, the haunted, and the inheritor, joining together. I think you all will find something in common with each other. You've all lost some great part of yourselves, and you all seek to return it. I have for you, and he opens a magical pocket into the air around him and pulls out a very worn-looking, leather-bound book. I have a story for you. A story that leads us here. In the beginning, there was a powerful wizard, a man of great arcane ability, who lived through many ages and fates. Using his powers to transcend reality, he created a powerful tome, one with the powers to alter time and reality themselves, logging and containing these times of great power and places where calamitous entities persist. A powerful hiding place, a possible prison, and a story you could not possibly know without reaching its ends. And as he says this, you all feel yourselves being pulled forward into the book. And as you're pulled in, you feel your form shift and warp, ripping apart at you. You feel as though you may cease to exist from reality. But after moments of this faltering and questioning feeling and uncertainty, you find yourself stabilizing in an unfamiliar place. And as you begin to look around you and find your footing, you see a new area. Around you is humid and warm air that causes your skin to feel sticky. You look around and see a great mountain with cavernous alcoves and smoke billowing from it. Surrounding you, you hear rushing water and the creaking sounds of a great jungle. What do you all do as you have been ripped away from this bar and find yourselves in an unfamiliar place?
I'm pretty sure we're all like on the ground. I'm just going like, because we're probably
I
like,
would come
like,
out of
like,
my shell and be like, what the hell?
and she's like, owie. She probably like lay on her butt and just like rubbing like, ow.
What sorcery is this?
The robed figure is nowhere
Gone.
to be found.
He's gone. Of course he
Can
is.
I just do like
Oh, where'd
maybe
he
if
go?
I might recognize it because it might seem similar to me. I'm just
Yeah, I mean, you could make
perception or
either
Yeah.
nature or maybe history to see if you're familiar with this place.
I'd like to look around, see if there's any, like, maybe sign of, like, a settlement or something.
A perception check.
that would be a 12.
With a 12, this area is not familiar to you. You haven't seen a jungle quite like this.
I got a 9.
So a 9 on your perception, you do still get some things. As you look around, you see off towards... I'm pulling out a map for reference. Off towards the east of you, it's your map of this area. You're all here.
Okay.
So you would see to the west of you, there's a great ocean. To the north of you, you would notice that there is a great coursing river that looks to be maybe 50 or 60 feet across and rushing rapidly from where you're currently at. You see a bit of a beach setting surrounding you, but not much distance off to a heavy, heavy jungle to the south of you. You would also see across this river, the jungle does continue on. Off in the east, you do also notice a great mountain with smoke billowing from the top of it. And for reference, for anyone listening, I have laid out a map for them with some areas of interest, but no labeled points on it.
I see, I get why you asked us our favorite dinosaur, maybe, though. We'll see.
They have also noticed it's labeled the prehistoric era. So I will just give a brief description for any listeners, and just for out of character reference. You have entered the prehistoric age, an age of old great beasts who ruled the lands. These powerful primordials of flesh and magic have stunted the growth of lesser beings such as humans. But again, your characters would not know that this time. It's just for your reference. But as of right
I'd
now,
look around
that
and
you
ask-
don't spot much.
What do you guys want to do? You want to head to the volcano or the
I
smoke?
need to get out of this sunlight. This hurts so
Yeah,
bad.
it's heavy, beaming sunlight.
I need to get somewhere shadowy right now.
To inspect the water, see if we're in some sort of magical realm or if it's just someplace different.
All right. So you're inspecting it for anything magical.
Yeah.
It'd be an Arcana check.
Be a 5.
So you begin splashing around the water, trying to detect if it's got anything magical to it, but it keeps rushing away too quickly. You're not sure. You think maybe there could be something magical to it, but you're not entirely sure. But it is rushing rapidly. You feel it getting much closer. So you feel like you could be pulled away by this river.
Can I cast Detect Magic and see if there's anything like around us?
Yeah. Are you ritual casting the spell, taking the 10 minutes to do so?
I guess. Well, I have a invocation that I can cast it at will, so
Oh.
I don't know if I have to do it as a ritual, but I can just
No,
cast
No, if you
Detect
cast
Magic.
at will, it just lets you cast at will. So you cast Detect Magic. You can now see that Jaster is just splashing around in normal water.
I think that's normal water.
You would also notice that as you cast this spell, you see an air of magic coming from pretty much everybody that's with you. You'd see, a lot of innate magic flowing off of Jaster. You'd see Jim is inherently magical. You'd feel like a essence of divine magic coming off of Zoldan. And you'd see with Vosh that he's got these glowing sigils on his body that seem to emanate a ritualistic magic.
Okay. But nothing like
Nothing
around in the
nothing crazy
environment.
around you.
Okay.
I would.
Sorry. The sunlight's really starting to bother Bosch, so he's going to start trying to beeline it towards the mountain so he can get into shade or somewhere.
So you start rushing towards the mountain.
Yeah.
As you do this,
Jaster follows.
oh,
There was
Son
one
of
thing
a brain.
before we hit the mountain. I'd like to investigate some of the plants here, like some of the stuff that's around us.
so you start stepping towards the jungle to investigate that as they start sort of making their way towards
Like I'm
the
just
mountain.
looking around like the meadow, like just walking along the path, but I'm just looking at some of the plants and see if they're any of them are poisonous or anything.
Give me a nature check.
Oh, okay. I'll just do this. All right. Let's see.
Down the dice tower he goes.
7.
So do you have a bonus to your nature?
This is. It's just 1.
So an 8.
It's a 7. So,
So 8 total.
it was a 6. So.
Oh, 7 total. Sorry. So, with that, you wouldn't see anything too crazy. But you would notice there's a heavy, heavy overgrowth. And there's a lot of different plants in this very thick jungle. And you think you do even see some of them moving.
Okay. So suspicious.
And Vosh, as you begin making your way down and Jaster follows behind, you would begin to see something along the riverbank. You would see a woman that appears to have been swept up from the river wearing what looks like a very primitive and badly damaged leather jerkin and loincloth.
I would stop and I would try to go in and help her.
Alright, so you head over towards there.
Yes.
I would continue
Yeah, I
behind
think-
or follow behind.
Yeah, I guess Jim notices this too and kind of like flies over and be like, "Hey, over here or something."
So you start heading over there to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what's going on. So
Very
it's kind
good.
of meeting there, right?
I'll probably head over to with
Yeah.
my healing spells just ready.
So you start checking them out. Do you do any kind of check as you look at them?
I just try to dive in and try to help them out.
Well, so they're out of the water.
Oh, they're out of the water.
Yes,
Thanks,
they're
Avery.
washed
I'd
up on
like
the
to see
shore.
if there's a
Oh.
pulse in there.
Yeah, I would check and see if she's breathing or.
So a medicine check. Who would be doing?
I have a +5 in medicine.
So I'd say maybe,
he would probably be doing the medicine.
So
check
I'd say Zoldan's doing this medicine check while you're trying to help as
I
best
have
you
I have a
can.
survival I could do.
You could give him advantage on the medicine
Yeah,
check.
I'll give you advantage on it.
Alright, let's see. 12 +5, so that's a
17, and then
next one. 17 +5.
so a 22. With a 22, you find out very quickly she is alive and breathing, though faintly. She does seem to have been swept up by the river, but you would also notice with this high roll on this, there are also unusual markings on her that look like they've been caused by some kind of a creature. And as you notice this, I'd say it'd be enough to alert you to begin looking around. And as you do, you hear coming from the water a loud croaking. You're not surprised by this, as emerging from the water is 1 moment. I need to remember a number. It was 4. You see 4 large frog-like creatures, like great horned toads. You see they have these horned features and vibrant colors on them, but they're large frogs.
Yay.
Would anybody like to give me a nature or history check to see if you know what these
I
are?
don't know what history.
I ain't good at either, but I'll try.
I only have a 3 in history, so.
I got a 19 though.
So-
I got +1 on
Mine would be,
so.
you know, either or.
Halu gets a 19. Wait, Hanu?
Yes,
9.
Hanu.
Here, ooh.
I get 9 in either,
So,
either one.
it's either, yeah, I got +1 on either one, so it'll be,
19 also.
yeah,
An 18.
I just
Oh,
plain
No bonus?
No bonus.
So
I didn't
just
get a
an
bonus
18?
either. Mine was just an 18.
18, 19, 19.
just 9.
And a lot less, a 9 and an 8 from the other side of the table. So the three of you would recognize these creatures. An ancient species of frog known as a Beelzebufo.
oh lord.
I love
A
having a
devil frog.
Oh, devils! Yay! I can kill them.
And they would be attempting to jump out of the water to ambush you. So that's where we'll roll initiative.
And stop for today.
Why you can handle the frogs first?
Here,
I know.
Let's see. Plus
So,
0.
yeah, Jen will be like, yeah, giant frog Beelzebub, her giant frogs.
Jaster gets an 18.
Jaster gets an 18.
Hanu
Jen
gets
does
a
not
1.
like does not like frogs.
Hanu gets a 1.
Yeah.
Very
Very fitting.
16.
16 from
Oh,
Fuck.
jeez.
And a 10.
Oh, you got a 1
He
too?
got a 1 too.
who's got higher decks.
I'm plus 0.
+3.
So
Oh, okay.
You
you'll
got a
be
4.
going
So you got a
before
Yeah.
Hanu. The turtle goes slow.
Yes.
Jim goes less slow. And then what was yours?
10.
10, right down the middle for Zoldan.
Like, I can imagine Jem being afraid of frogs because since she's a fairy and
And you're
So
pretty small.
reacting
and,
slow.
and looks like a bug, a
And
flying
these
bug.
things are huge
Yeah, okay, so
as they
big giant.
rush
Yeah,
at you. And if you guys have minis to use or if you need some.
I got mine right here.
here, I'll just use
And what you guys are going to see, there's a battle map laid out for this that is a
guess I can use my
riverside
whole
with
thing for
rocks, areas of kind of grass going into a muddy section of
here, you go.
the jungle with a few trees nearby.
Here, I'll use this one.
Okay.
I'll use Strahd.
the
Yes,
Strahd
we've
figure.
just finished Curse of Strahd. What a slog it was. Sorry, are you the die there?
Yeah.
Here, I'll just use.
Can I use
my
this die?
character.
Do you guys want like a little marker instead?
Sure, if you got one.
Here.
Who wants to be the black one and who wants to be the blue one?
Blue. I'll be black.
I've got a
Alright.
couple minis in here too if anyone wants to use
Black
them.
and blue. So you guys are set up there and let me
think
just
that's it.
roll
I think
initiative
so.
for the Beelzebufos.
So they're coming from the water here, right?
Yeah,
So
so
they'll be
they would have jumped out from the water.
Okay.
A very slow start for them, as they haven't been surprised. It was a total of a 3 for the Beelzebufos.
Still be me. Yeah.
So they're moving a little slower as they've tried to jump out and surprise you, but you've been alerted of them as you heard their croaking calls. You would also see that, they've sort of surrounded this unconscious woman. So the first person to react will be Jaster.
Alright. So, the one that's closest to the downed woman there. I'm going to cast Aid Insinuation. Unleash a torrent of conflicting desires in the mind of one creature you can see within range, impairing its ability to make decisions. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw DC.
I am wondering, is there any kind of intelligence requirement on this?
It's not intelligence, wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
Wisdom save.
So it will make a wisdom saving. Which it gets a total of 12.
Well, it needs to be at a 15. So it's incapacitated, and on the end of each of its turns, it takes a d12 of psychic damage.
Okay.
It makes another wisdom saving throw after that.
Okay, so it's locked in place. The next to go, or is there any movement or bonus actions from you?
Movement, I think I'm good where I am.
All right.
Behind most of the party.
So the next person to go would be Vosh. So you're right in front of this. You and Zoldan are right in front of this woman as you were inspecting her. What do you go to do?
I will carve a fire rune into my sword and then try to attack the nearest frog.
All right. So the one that's incapacitated. So you will have advantage on this attack.
And on attack, when I hit it, if I hit it.
So roll to hit, going down the dice track.
No,
What was that?
it's a 7.
7 plus your bonuses.
So
A very strong kobold with
Yeah.
plus 6 to hit.
yeah, that's a 7 and a 6. That would be
13.
13.
Which does hit.
Okay.
They don't seem particularly hard to. Also, you didn't roll with advantage.
Oh,
You had advantage. She's incapacitated.
that'll work. Another 7.
The same. So it does hit though. So you
Okay.
roll your damage.
So in addition to when I hit the creature with my weapon, I can invoke this rune to summon fiery shackles onto the.
Yep. Fiery shackles onto him.
Yep, and it's a 2d6 fire damage. It must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute.
Okay.
While restrained, the shackles will deal 2d6 fire damage at the start of the creature's turns.
So let me just check if his being incapacitated affects this save, because I'm pretty sure it does.
Doesn't take actions or reactions.
Incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions. I would say even though
It's
it's
not paralyzed.
incapacitated, yeah, it can still try and make this save. So a little bit stronger. It gets a 10, so it still fails as these. While it's already incapacitated, these flaming shackles come down on it.
Yep, and do 2d6 fire damage to him.
Now, is that on its turn or on your turn?
The first when it first gets on there,
Gotcha.
and then on every other turn it does it too.
Gotcha.
On its start of each of its turns afterwards.
Mhm.
So that's 4 damage.
So 4 fire damage to this large frog as it's badly singed by these flaming chains off your blade. Is that it for you? A movement or that was action, bonus action?
I will. Just try and find my stuff.
Just be movement if you're doing any moves.
Yeah, no, that'll be it right there.
Alright, so next would be Zoldan. Zoldan, you've got one of these large frogs right on you, on the other end of the woman.
Okay, so I have a question. How, all these squares are like 5 feet?
Yeah, 5-foot squares.
Okay, so I don't know if I can do much, because I could use Thunder Wave, but unfortunately I'd hit some people.
I'd say if you hit a thunder wave from there, you'd be able to hit 2 of the frogs and none of your allies, because it's only 15 foot.
But I would also take an
Well, you
opportunity
could get a
attack.
15-foot cone if you hit right there.
Yeah, but if I would also take opportunity attack, wouldn't it?
No, if you set up like right here, you could move 5 foot over and hit just the frogs.
Yeah, the red one is the girl we're trying to.
It's a 15-foot cube away from me, like, sweeps out from you, okay?
Yeah, 15 foot. It should be a cone in front of you, right? Or is it a 15-foot cube in front of you?
15-foot cube.
Yeah, so that would hit just the enemies right in front of you.
Let's double check here.
Yeah.
A thunderous wave, a thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. So you could get them.
Does that mean it's just like on me, or is it?
No, it's in front of you.
Yeah, it comes off.
So you basically should be shooting like a 15-foot cube in front of you.
Okay, so I will do that.
Yep. So you catch 2 of the frogs in that. What do they have to make?
They have to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 damage, and it's pushed 10 feet away from me.
Yep. And then is it half as much and no push on a success?
Yeah.
All right. So the first one gets a 15 on its con save.
That's going to be a spell save DC of 13.
So the first one succeeds its save. The second one, however, only gets a 12.
Yeah, so that one fails.
So the first one succeeds while the second one fails.
So let me do my 2d8s. First one, 6.
Yep.
6.
So 12 damage to the one in the back, farther away from you, will only take 6 damage. Still looking pretty badly roughed up. And the other one will take 12 damage and be blasted back into that one and knocked off its feet. So in this one, taking that thunder wave looks badly injured. Was there anything else for you as you've knocked this thing away from you? Any movement or anything like that?
I don't think I could do much. No, that's it. I'm just gonna stand here and just behold the power of lightning.
All right. So then the next person to go would be Jem. As one of these frogs is in front of you, and you've had a second one blasted into it from behind.
Here, she'll definitely be freaking out, and we'll probably be taking out her what's it called, a rapier? Rapier, yeah.
So try and stab at one of the now injured frogs.
Yep.
So a tiny or a small fairy going after these large frog-like creatures.
That she is terrified of because she does not like frogs at all.
Mm-hmm.
Frogs are scary to fairies. 14 plus 5.
Will hit.
Okay. So that's a 1d8. Alright. The one that matches. That's a 3.
So 3 plus your dexterity bonus?
Dexterity bonus is a 5. No, 3. 3.
Yep. So 6 damage to it. So you see this one also looks badly injured now. It's this thick purplish blood flows from these 2 frogs.
Here, I know she's like, I don't like frogs. Anything that's frog-like.
I forgot. I don't think I actually did the damage for the actual longsword hit.
Oh yeah, you didn't do your damage
So
on the one.
So let me grab that one real quick. So I get an attack bonus of 6, so it's a D8. If I can find that.
2 plus 4. So yeah, 6 more damage from that one.
Well, 2 plus 6. So it's 6 attack bonus.
No, you do the strength bonus for your damage bonus.
Oh, okay.
So it's plus 4.
Plus 4.
Yeah, so we would take an extra 6 damage. So like 3 of these things are pretty badly injured now. But then it will be the Beelzebufos go.
Yeah, go after them.
As you have struck into this creature, Jem, it will turn towards you and go for a large mouth crushing bite on your small frame. As it goes for a bite attack, it gets an 11 to hit.
There, 14.
So it kind of shoots out its tongue at you, going to, go for this bite on you, but it just flits by. You see the other frog next to it turns its head, seeing this small flitting creature, and goes to do the same.
You look like a fly.
And that's a 12 to hit.
Still no.
Bad rolls save the day.
No.
The other
Just imagine that
other
scene
one,
where Tinkerbell tries to avoid the
is
fish.
still incapacitated. So what does it do with his incapacitation?
At the end of its turn, it takes a d12.
Yep.
Takes 1 damage.
So a
Oh,
whopping 1
really?
damage.
And then it.
Does it take the fire damage on its turn or on your turns? Vosh.
On
Yes.
its turn.
Okay, so it's its
I
turn
think-
now.
Okay.
Is
so
that the beginning or the end?
at the beginning of its.
Oh, yep. So it's going
Start
to
of
take
its
some
turn.
more fire damage.
All right. So 2d6. 4 and a 1. So that's 5.
So it takes 5 more damage. You watch as this thing is just being held down by these magical effects, and these chains burn away at it, reducing it to ash. Then the last remaining frog will hop up on this rock here and turn its head towards the smallest creature nearby, a kobold. And it's going to go for its bite attack as his tongue flits out at you. That is a 17 to hit.
18 armor
So,
class.
with your dueling abilities and your nice sturdy armor, you manage to just fend off and swat away this tongue as it flies towards you. And then that would be the end of the frogs. It would go to Hanu.
Finally. Slowest man. Okay.
Finally
so
noticed there were
there's
metal.
right. I know. I'm just like. So there's 3 left.
Yep, and
Alright.
most of them look pretty injured. The only one that hasn't
Can
really
I s-
bothered is the one on the far side.
Okay. So like that one over there.
Yeah. On the far side, the one that just tried to attack Vahosh.
Okay. Well, I think this one's. Is this one me?
That's me.
That's
Yeah. So
I'll
he
move
moves closer
I'm gonna
towards
move
it.
up to him, and then I can do as a bonus action a Hexblade's Curse.
Yep.
And then,
Hexblade curse on it.
yep. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast on it.
The good old bread and butter.
All right.
Eldritch Blast.
How dare you?
I got a 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. I had it looked up. Hold on.
So it's a D10.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Unless you have Searing Smite, then it's a D10 plus your charisma.
I do not.
So
Well,
just a
actually,
regular
yeah, I
D10.
do. I do.
Oh, do you have Searing Smite?
No, I have Agonizing Blast.
Sorry, that's the one.
Okay.
My bad. I'm on the entirely wrong class.
There are smites with the.
I
Is this
know.
it? Am I retarded?
D10. Yeah, sorry, plus your charisma bonus.
So 6 total.
6 total. So this blast pelts into this creature as it just takes this heavy blow of force.
And I think that's all I can do.
All right. So that'll bring us back to the top of the round to
Jaster.
Yeah, I want to say Jasper. I knew that was wrong. New characters. I'll get there.
Alright. I conjure up some energy, and I cast Mind Sliver on the one that Hanu just attacked. It drives disorienting spike of psychic energy in the mind of one creature. Must succeed on an intelligence save or take 1d6.
All right. So this thing is going to go for an intelligence save. He gets a 7 minus 4 down to a
Jesus.
3 as it looks at you with these cold eyes.
Then so it takes 2 damage, and it subtracts a d4 from its next saving throw.
Which one was it?
That was
The
this
far
one.
one.
Here.
Far one. All right.
The one that attacked me, too.
Yep. So he takes 2 damage and has disadvantage on his next saving throw.
Subtracts a d4 from his next
sorry,
save.
sorry. Loses a d4 from it. Yes. All right. And that's it for you.
Yep.
So Vosh, you'd be next to go.
Yep. Okay. So first I'm going to do a bonus action, Giant's Might.
Yep. So we would watch as this small statured kobold, only 4 feet tall, nearly doubles in size, these rippling muscles pouring from him as he becomes a large creature, from small to large.
Yep. And then I am going to go after the one that attacked me with my, and do the shackles again on him.
All right, so go for an attack on him.
Attack with him, so I'm going to
Now, does
attack.
that burn away the rune when you use it?
Yeah, but it only lasts for a minute. But if it,
Oh, I gotcha. It's
Yeah.
a minute and it's done.
yeah,
Okay.
so I can use it as long
Yep,
as
yep.
as long as it's
Whole minute.
So I am again going to
Go for an attack.
go for an attack. That would be 13 plus 6. So
19 to hit.
Nine.
Will hit the frog.
19, and then I do 2/6 worth of damage. That's 12.
12 damage off his attack. So, wait.
Well, no,
from the
for
burning
the
chains.
for the fire,
Yeah.
first, and then I have to do the my D8. So 1 second. That'll be a 7 plus 4. So
So you watch as you cleave into this frog, and you see these chains begin to form around it, but they quickly disperse away as it's rendered dead from the sword blow alone.
no one hurts my new pack.
And
New clan. No one hurts new clan.
I assume that would be it for you?
Yep.
So then we go to Zoldan. You'd see these two now badly injured frogs in front of you.
All right. Who's ready for some Toll of the Dead?
Me.
Oh, right. They don't have to. They have to be the ones to roll because this is not a kid. So,
You told the dead it should be one target.
yep. I'm going to target the one that's closest.
Alright, so it makes a saving throw
Yep.
as this painful ringing begins to assail it. And what kind of save is it?
Toll of the Dead is a double check. It is a Wisdom saving throw.
So it gets a 9.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. So it's already taken damage. So
Yep, it's pretty badly injured as this ringing hits it. Roll some damage.
Pull out my dice. I'll just pull out this one again.
You pulling out the fancy dice
The
with
warlock.
funny shapes.
The warlock ones, I guess. Even though he's a cleric. So I gotta roll a d12. Where's my d12? This is a d12. Okay. Let's see. How bad is the ringing? It's a 6.
So you watch as this painful ringing assails the frog, and you see it begins to reel back as this purple blood flows from its mouth and eyes as it drops dead on the ground.
A good way to die, somewhat.
Is that it for Zoldan?
Yes, and he proclaims the word. I don't know.
Alright, so Jim, it's just you and this one large frog remaining who had tried to eat you.
She's still freaking out like frog. And we'll go for it again with her rapier.
Another poke with a rapier.
Yep.
Give me an attack roll.
Alright. 10 plus 5.
10 plus 5 will hit.
Okay.
And let's see the damage. This thing's pretty badly injured.
5 plus 5, right?
Yes.
Plus
5
dex.
plus 3, so it'd be
3, okay.
8 damage. So you
Okay.
watch as you would all see as Jim pierces this rapier forwards, just stabbing right through the frog's eye and pulling it back out as this purple, goopy blood splashes onto her.
Ew.
And
It's
it
not
lets
that
out
bad.
one pained
Never mess with the small man.
as it slumps to the ground, dead. And you would all hear, as this happens, a faint, "Oh, where am I?"
Take it easy.
We have no idea where you are.
We would have just.
I don't even know where we are.
Who are you strange people?
We probably would look weird as fuck to this show.
You definitely do.
Especially since there's a fairy covered in purple
A
gum.
fairy covered in purple blood, a funny looking kobold, an angelic figure, a large turtle who probably looks the most in place here,
Yeah, that's true.
Probably.
and something very akin to a tree. This one would look around to you expectantly, asking, "Who are you all?"
I would say that my name is Hanu, and this is my party, I guess, and we saw you in need, and then we were attacked by those frogs, whatever they are.
The Beelzebufo.
The
They-
Beelzebufo.
They had attacked me further down the river. I was trying to see about gathering some food for my tribe, but
Now we have plenty of food.
that's true. If you've never tried Beelzebufo legs, they're quite delicious.
Oh, a little salt.
Yeah. Because as you say this, she began kind of dragging herself to her feet, even though she looks still pretty badly injured. See, she begins going to, like, pull out a very primitive knife and begin carving into these creatures.
I would probably just try to I would just yank a leg off, and I'm like,
Give me a strength check, pulling a leg off.
My character looks at her and is like, do you need healing?
Oh, I mean, I got swept away in the river. You see in the background as he got a 25 on ripping a frog leg off. You see in the background that the now massive kobold just slams a leg straight off of one of these frogs and begins gnawing into it.
What does wrong D&D character Jim kind of like looks over and disgust like, ew.
Tastes like chicken.
It does, in fact. It is quite delicious, like fresh chicken with a bit of a fishy taste to it.
How far away is your village?
Yes, I'd like to get back there as soon as I can. It's maybe about an hour's walk into the jungle, but I'm afraid we're on the wrong side of the river.
Of course.
If we go farther north down, we should be able to reach the other side. It's a bit more calm there.
I'd like to try to pick up the rest of the bufos. All three of them.
You guys want to try and get the rest of the meat off these creatures?
I figure we just carry them to our village and.
So you're just trying to scoop up the other ones?
Yep.
Can you give me a strength check? These are large creatures.
I might as well help
Alright.
with that too.
I also count as one size larger when carrying things.
Oh.
One size larger when determining carrying capacity and weight to push, drag, or lift.
I'd say, so if you count as a large creature for carrying, I'd say you could lift one of these pretty easily.
Okay.
A normal person can maybe only carry, now if you want to carry more than one, it'd be a check.
is my giant smite still
Well, I'll
active?
try to throw one over each shoulder.
Alright, so just give me a
So I'll
strength check on this.
I'll just grab it.
17.
17. I'd say with a 17, you can manage to heave two of these large frog corpses. Actually, sorry, and there would only be 3 remaining as one of them was burned to ash.
Okay.
I'd say maybe one's still a little bit edible, but very crispy.
Pretty
Hey,
good.
That's probably the one
extra
I'm
crispy frog legs for dinner.
Tastes like chicken.
Just make sure you put salt and pepper on it, damn it.
You don't need no salt and pepper.
Do you have salt and pepper?
I wish I could.
And she would let you know this area on the map, marked B, would be known as the Snake's Spine.
Oh, yay.
She'd let you know if you travel further to the east, you'd be able to reach Area C, known as the Serpent's Head Spring, where the river calms quite significantly and it's much easier to pass.
I would ask
See
her,
it.
Are there any other creatures that we should be wary about around here?
Yes, there's quite a few dangerous creatures. Those Beelzebufo, they would normally be trivial if you had a pack of warriors to fight them, such as yourselves. None of you actually seem to be harmed. It's quite impressive, but you need to watch out. Some of the creatures can be territorial, such as the Triceratops or the Pteranodons. They can get quite territorial. And you wouldn't want to run into any of the primordials, some of the larger creatures. But
You said pterodons?
yes, they're flying lizard folk. Not too far off
I
from
think all of our
yourself.
characters would know what dinosaurs are, aren't they?
You could give me a
You-
history check to
you-
see
you
if
would-
you know.
You would just probably see.
I would say the only one who may have some natural knowledge would be the kobold, as he's descended effectively from these
Natural?
primordial creatures.
Yeah, my
A nat 20 from Jim. Is that a
2.
2? I would say that Zoldan does not know anything about dinosaurs.
That
Never
makes
heard
sense.
of
He's
them.
living at church all his life.
Nothing. What did you get for your roll?
7.
A 7. Never heard of them, really. Never studied up on them.
you probably just see like this
I
big
would say
smile come
I would
across.
say both of you would get advantage if you wanted more knowledge on dinosaurs.
Alright,
The
I'll roll
turtle and
twice.
the
Got a 12. And 17.
And a 17 from Hanu.
Okay, I got 11 and 14.
11 and a 14 plus your
I'm looking at my
bonus.
wrong
So,
sheet.
for which one was it again? History?
Okay, it was still a 5.
So,
and still
yeah, it
sucked.
would have been, it would have been 15 and a 12.
Wait till we get
15.
home.
So I'd say with the 15, you got pretty high, right?
17.
17. I'd say you guys have basic knowledge of what some of these creatures are.
Yeah, and you just see it. You would just see Vosh's face just get a big grin when he hears Jared. And he's
She
like,
also got a nat 20.
Yeah, and sorry, with the nat 20, you're going to know more than them.
Yeah, like,
cousin? Is it cousin?
So you would actually know that when this woman who I forgot, she would have introduced herself as Leaping Fish would be her name.
Love it.
So you would know that when she references these primordials, what she'd be talking about from what you could infer, she mentioned some of the more, pterodons they eat fish, and, Triceratops and Stegosaurus, they are, herbivores. But you'd figure that these primordials she's referencing would be some of the more vicious, primal creatures.
Here, okay, the primordials, I'm guessing you mean both herbivores and carnivores, maybe?
I'm not sure what those things are.
Yeah,
Herbivores?
Herbivores, I guess, are creatures that eat meat. Plants.
I've never heard that word used to describe them, but the primordials, they are dangerous. You'd want to be cautious with them.
Duly noted.
Vosh is
They're
just in a
formidable
state of
creatures.
it's like in a state of starstruck.
You
He's
all,
just like all happy. He's like,
you all look pretty strong, but if you saw any of the greater primordials, I'd recommend running. They're dangerous creatures.
In other words, they're carnivores. Good to know.
So all of you know what that means. She just has this perturbed look on her face. So what do you guys want to do from there? Do you want to follow her back to her tribe?
Guess we might
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
And I guess we can stop here.
Yeah, so she would give you the recommendation to stay by the shore, watching for the river, but avoiding the jungle best you can, as there's lots of dangerous plants and animals in there. She would lead you back along the snake's spine and take you towards what you'd be able to see is a large, open, lake-like spring at the foot of a massive mountain. You can see
Alright.
billowing smoke coming from it.
I was gonna say, before we do that, can Jim wash off the purple blood off
Oh,
of her?
yeah, easily. The river just rushes. It's like heavy pressure shower, just setting your arm and
And
face
wouldn't
in
she
there.
go away?
Oh, you'd feel it. It's almost strong enough to sweep you away if you got maybe a little bit deeper into it.
I'd probably put my claw behind her, just like, no.
Stop her from falling
Stop her from falling in and keep her.
Thank you. Oh, I got that good
Smile
purple
it.
toad from the puppy.
So-
Tiny need to stick together.
You guys would see this beautiful spring just kind of overcast by this mountain. And then she would begin to take you a short bit into the jungle to Area A, which she would have described to you as Saigon Village.
Saigon.
Yes. And as you got there, you'd see many interesting faces. But we'll probably be saving that for next time, as this has been a good session of building characters and getting started on our session 0. So that's where we'll pick up next time as you enter this village. Until next time on the Triple D's podcast. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.